Hey guys, it's Zoe. Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, I'm going to be doing my 2016 makeup products of the year, blah blah blah. I can't believe 2016 is almost over. That is just crazy. Sorry for any background noises that you hear. There's like a bunch of stuff going on outside right now, so I apologize for that. I didn't pick my top 16 products of 2016 because I have way more than 16, and I kind of wanted to go through every category, and some I do have drugstore and some are high-end, but I had to think, okay, what did I use the whole year, like the majority of the year? Even if I don't use it to this day, if I got a new product or if I like something better, but I have to think what I used for the most of 2016 and products I really enjoyed for most of the year. They're completely honest. None of this is sponsored. This is just what I enjoyed in 2016, and there's a bunch of products I want to try that I haven't got to try yet, so if you're interested, want some product recommendations, then keep watching. I'm just gonna go in order with how I do my makeup. So first, just moisturizer, and you can see this is almost gone. This is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. This is the one for combination oily to oily skin. The gel is a little bit less heavy than the lotion, and this is just like a little small size. It was $15 at Sephora, but I really enjoyed this. I'm trying to get every last drop out. It's not too heavy, but it still moisturizes. It feels amazing. My makeup lays really smooth over it. I always feel refreshed and really hydrated. It's not sticky or greasy or oily, and it's just very gentle on my skin too, and I just enjoyed it, and I will be repurchasing this. Now for primer. So I was gonna try to find a drugstore one that I enjoyed, but I really didn't enjoy any drugstore ones, honestly. I had a big mess with all my foundations trying to find the right primer. So I'm gonna talk about two. They're both $40, but they're totally worth it, and they make a big difference no matter what foundation you use. So first is this Becca Evermatte Poreless Primer Perfector, and this is mattifying. Like, I will kid you not, the most mattifying thing if you have oily skin. It's kind of like a glue texture. You have to pat it into your skin instead of rubbing it because it's the way the texture is, and it starts to dry and it'll get like bally like glue would. So it's you have to pat it in instead of rubbing it. It's not like your typical primer. My pores were gone. I mean, I kid you not, most products that say, oh, they fill in your pores. No, this, my pores were gone. And it looked amazing. I used it with the foundation I'm going to show you. But I did stop using it a little bit during the winter because even though I have super oily skin, this was almost too mattifying, and you could see anywhere that you would miss to rub it in, it would cling, and so it is my favorite for mattifying. But then I wanted one that's still mattifying but also helps longevity of your makeup, because I noticed that one, yeah, it was mattifying, so it would control the oil, which somewhat controls how long your makeup stays on, but I really wanted one that was specifically to help your makeup stay on. So this is the Dr. Brandt's Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer, and it minimizes the look of pores, absorbs oils, and mattifies shine. And it's for oily to combination skin, and this one you rub in. It's just like a little squeezy tube, and I really like it. It smells like the e.l.f. ones if you've ever tried that for the pore minimizer. It's really smoothing, it's not overly drying, and it does help the wear of my makeup, and that is what I really enjoy about them. And this one you can even use over the top of your makeup, like if you got oily, to pat it on. They're really cool. I really recommend them. It'll make a total difference in how all of your makeup applies and looks on your face. I do this year have an under eye primer. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Under Eye Primer, and it's just a squeezy tube, just clear for under your eyes, because if using a regular primer under your eyes will actually do the opposite and cause it to slip around and crease. You could also just use a regular eyeshadow primer under your eyes because it's meant for your eye area and creasing for concealer, so that works too, but I didn't know e.l.f. actually made one, and it's hydrating because when your under eye area is dry, it's more likely to crease with concealer, so I decided to use this, and it goes on a lot smoother, and it prevents a lot of the creasing. So for foundation, I also have one high-end and one drugstore. This is what I used for the first half of the year. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup, and it sounds like a spray can, and I'm in the shade 4.0. and it just looks like this. It smells like paint, but it's a weightless, like naked skin is why they call it that, because you can't even tell that you have it on your skin. It's a beautiful finish. It's not even oil controlling, but with the primers that I had, it didn't make me oily. It's very, very natural, and it's so liquidy, but you can like build up the coverage. It's really cool. There's a lot of reviews on YouTube. This was about $40 too, and I still have, I think, about that much left, but I really like it. I use it for special occasions, and it's just an everyday, really easy, weightless foundation. And then I have one from the drugstore. This is the Revlon Color Stay Makeup for combination to oily skin with SPF 15, and I'm in the shade 150 Buff, which is a little bit light, but it's winter time, and once I bronze up and everything, it matches. And this is supposed to be 24 hours, blah, blah, blah. So this is full coverage, well, medium to full coverage depending on your skin, very buildable. They have one for normal to dry skin as well, so make sure you look at it and get the right one for your skin. So this one, I will not be oily all day, and I've tried it with different primers just to test it. It does work better with a mattifying primer, but it doesn't get splotchy, it doesn't make me look shiny, it stays all day. Like, I'm really surprised by this, and I'm just now trying it this year. I know it's been raved about for years and years on YouTube, so this is the newer formula, but I really like it. I wouldn't say it's 24 hours, obviously, but for a drugstore foundation, it's really amazing, and it helps, it just looks really beautiful on the skin. For concealer, I tried to just pick one too, and I'm really bad at this. You're supposed to just pick one. But, I mean, it's top products of 2016, so I'm just going to tell you my top products. So, this one is obviously, of course, Maybelline FIT ME Concealer. It compares to the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. It's amazing. It just has, like, the doe foot applicator, but it's not too drying. It's not too oily. Really good coverage for under the eyes and on blemishes. I always repurchase this. It doesn't break me out, and it's just like the perfect consistency of a concealer. Like, from the drugstore, if you can think of a concealer you'd want, it'd be this one. I also have this. This is the Avon Ideal Flawless Cream Concealer in the shade Neutral. This is just a cream concealer, and it is from my job. I do work at Avon. No, it's not sponsored. There's products from my work I do not like every makeup brand. But I really like this. A lot of my friends like it. My mom likes it. It's oil free, but it has amazing coverage. It's not drying. It's one of those cream concealers that like just blend flawlessly into your skin, but since it's cream, it has a little bit more coverage, and I use it under my eyes. I use it on blemishes, and these two together are the perfect combination. If you want a little bit more coverage, you can highlight with one. And I know that Avon's not really drugstore, but it is drugstore price. The full price is $7, but it's never full price. It's always on sale of like $4 to $5. And you can get this at an Avon store if you do have one near you, or you can order it online at avon.com. But I love this stuff, and it is the best cream concealer I've tried because most cream concealers are super drying. First, I'm going to start with an under eye setting powder, and then I'll go to regular powder. So this is the e.l.f. High Definition Powder, and it looks like this. It is quite messy, but it's just a really finely milled white transparent powder. It's so finely milled that it's not like a baking powder, because I would say it's like too thin for that, but it doesn't get cakey, it doesn't look powdery because it's so fine. Like, it just dissolves right in, and I don't pack it on. I just use like a smaller fluffy brush and go around my eye area and kind of in the triangle shape just to brighten and set my under eyes. And it is high definition, so it's really good for pictures. It does not leave a white cast. I mean, I don't put a lot on, so I don't know how it would be if you put it, you know, all over or whatever. They do have it in pressed form too if you prefer, but it sets my under eyes, it keeps that area bright, and it prevents creasing, and I really like it. I don't use it to bake like I said, but it's a pretty good under eye primer, and it's a lot of under eye powder. It's a lot of product, and it's lasted me a long time. Now for regular face powder, I'm going to quickly talk about this because you hear about it over and over again from everyone for years. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte Long Lasting Press Powder in 004 Sandstorm. Looks like that. Press powder, the best press powder ever. Just like the texture and the consistency is so smooth, and I just use a brush and apply it over my face. Like, compared to other drugstore powders, like, for some reason this one I can actually see a difference, you know. and it's for oily skin. I really like it. It's not too heavy. It doesn't make your makeup look cakey or ruin the look of the foundation or the finish of it. And they have a transparent one too. And then I have one more. This is the IT Cosmetics Celebration foundation, and I'm in the shade medium beige, so it is like a powder foundation, and it comes with a little spongy thing too. And it looks like this. As you can see, I used a lot of it. This was $40 as well. But this is more for if you want an actual coverage over a lightweight foundation, but it does control the shine in the oil and keep me matte. It looks really good with the Urban Decay foundation, and it just gives you a little bit more coverage, so I kind of dust it all over to have a light hand rather than pat it on. But this was really good too if you're looking for a high-end option. Now I'm going to talk about bronzers. So for contouring, I use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer in medium deep, and it is like really dark. I mean, obviously it's the darkest one they have. This is just a little sample of it. Smells like chocolate. Smells so good. It's made with real cocoa powder, which is actually really good for your skin. But for a contour shade, it's actually not bad. It's not too orangey, but it's also not too muddy for contouring, and it does have that little bit of a gray undertone, so it's perfect for contouring, and I really enjoy it. Obviously I won't use it all over my face, but I will repurchase the full size once this is gone. Then for bronzing just all over the face, I'm not mentioning the NYC Sunny Bronzer. Surprisingly, this is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer Waterproof Bronzing Powder. I already repurchased it because you can see I hit pan. This is in the shade 021 Sunlight. They have a few different shades, but this one to me is the most universal, and I think it's either the lightest or second lightest. It's matte. It doesn't have any shimmers or big glitter in it, so you can apply it all over your face. For me, I don't like it for contouring because it is a little too orange, but I do use it to make me look tanner, bronze up my face, and obviously just to use as regular bronzer. It does compare in shade wise to the NYC Sunny Bronzer as well. They're pretty similar. It's really smooth. I don't know if it actually is waterproof, but it is natural and it goes on really smooth, and I really like it. For blush, I do have two. Again, I love blush. I have a bunch of colors, but I don't find myself reaching for a lot of them, and these are the ones I use most of the time. So this is an Avon product again. This is the Ideal Flawless blush or Ideal Luminous blush in Mad About Mauve. And it's just a mauvey, everyday, not too red but not too pink shade. And it's just really pretty and looks really nice, especially in the fall time if you're looking for a mauve shade, but also when you're tan it looks really nice. Brand Mark, which we sell through Avon. I don't know if Avon owns Mark or Mark owns Avon or how that works. We only sell a few Mark products in the store, but I know that you can get them online and blah blah blah. So it just looks like this, and it's the Glowdacious Illuminating Powder in Prettied Up and Prettied Up, I'm guessing. And this is for the light shades. We have a medium and a dark skin tone too. I just picked this one because it's the most blushy one. Like the rest of them were kind of bronzy, and comes with a little brush underneath if you want one too. It's kind of big packaging, but you swirl all these colors together, and the middle shade's kind of like just a white highlighting shade, and then the little circle is a bronzing shade, and then the outer ring is a light pink. And once you blend them all together on your brush, you get a very beautiful, like, natural blush, and it's highlighting, it's illuminating. It looks really pretty on fair skin tones. I use this a lot in the winter when I'm super pale and you don't want like a heavy looking blush, and then if you can separate them too and use like the middle as a highlight, and you can use it as eyeshadow. It's very universal. People use the darker ones as bronzers, people use it as a highlighter. It's very universal. I use it as a blush, and it looks very natural. It's very pretty on if you have like fair skin tones, like I said. Highlighters, this is literally amazing. I have not tried the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter, so I know there's other ones out there, but this is the Balm Mary Luminizer highlighter, and ready? Looks like this. It's so beautiful. It's one of those like champagne ones. It's not too dark for dark skin tones, and it doesn't have too much gold in it, but it's not bright white in your face either. It's more of like a vanilla yellow shade, so it's very universal in a lot of skin tones, especially if you have a fair skin tone, and it doesn't have big chunks of glitter, and it's the perfect shimmer. It is kind of dramatic. I don't know if you can see I have it on today, but I love highlighter, and I know a lot of people love highlighter. It's not as crazy as some highlighters, but it's not like super natural either, and to me this is just the shade of highlighters I prefer on my skin tone, and I really enjoy it. It's creamy, it's buttery, it stays on all day, and the finish of it is amazing. For eyebrows this year, I've really been enjoying the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I do not have the pomade, I haven't tried it, but I do have very sparse and thin and tiny skinny eyebrows, and I feel like unless I really practice with applying it, it would be, you know, too heavy for me and too unnatural looking. But I do want to try it. This end has a little spoolie to brush them out, and then this end, and I have the shade Caramel, and this was before I dyed my hair, but I have it on today. It still isn't too dark, so you don't want to have too dark of brows, and I really like it. Looks like that. It's a really fine tip, if you can't tell. And that's the point of it. It makes everything look so much better than a regular fat eyebrow pencil. Like, this is such, like, just because it's so micro, it just like fills in everything perfectly, gives you the best shape. It stays on all day, like literally it does not come off, and I love it. I used it in the summer because it's more water resistant, and it's amazing. Everyone talks about it. It's $21, but it's lasted me a long time, and it is totally worth it to have great eyebrows. For eyebrow gel, I always just pick up a random one. This is the Rimmel Brow This Way Brow Styling Gel, and it's just a clear eyebrow gel. There's just a bunch. I don't really have like a top favorite. They all basically do the same thing as long as they work. There's the CoverGirl Clear Mascara one. There's the Maybelline Clear Mascara. I just use whatever, and this is what I've been using, so. For eyeshadow primer, this is the Rimmel Exaggerate Undercover Shadow Primer. It's kind of coming off now, and mine's really old. I need to repurchase it, but it's a white base, so it's not going to even out anything, but I really like it because it's not as thick as most primers, and you think it'd be like it wouldn't work, and it holds up all day, prevents creasing. My eyeshadows look a lot more vibrant. They stay on. I don't have any trouble with them, and it's a lot of product. It lasts. It smooths out a little bit, goes a long way, and I haven't had a problem with it. And I do like the e.l.f. one, like I mention every year, but this is what I used most of 2016, and I've been enjoying it. Obviously for eyeshadow, this was raved about on my channel for a long time, and I know I'm like way behind on palettes here, but this is what I used for most 2016. So this is the Urban Decay Naked 3, and it's the one with the rose gold, purpley, really neutral pinks, and it's really pretty. It's good for Valentine's Day, it's good for spring, it's good for like if you wear a pink dress. I really like it. I bought this at the beginning of 2016, and I've used it since. Right now I'm wearing the Naked 2 palette. I just got that though, so of course it's not going to be in this video. Different than most neutral eyeshadow palettes, and it looked really pretty with brown eyes because of the pink shades, and I will continue using it because I really like it. And the eyeshadows are very creamy, very smooth. They're not chalky or powdery, and I think they're very good quality. For eyeliner, so just for regular pencil, I have the Too Faced Perfect Eyes Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Perfect Black. Super creamy, stays on the waterline all day long. I wore this swimming. It works. I'm almost out of it. I really like it though. It compares to the L'Oreal one, and it's very smooth. You don't have to tug on your eyelid. You just sharpen it. It's very black. Everything you would want basically in a pencil eyeliner. And then for liquid, I didn't really find an amazing liquid. I haven't tried the Kat Von D Tattoo one, but this is just the Avon Super Extend Precise Liquid Eyeliner, and it's just a felt tip pen, and I have it on today. Very easy, very sturdy to apply. You can get a thin line, you can get a thick line, doesn't dry out very fast, and I like it, and it works, and I prefer felt tip markers over like actual liquid. For mascara, so I'm going to be honest here, I tried to not open any new mascaras. I was going to finish all my old ones and do reviews on them. I still haven't done reviews on them, so but I want to finish all my old ones before I open new ones. I'm so excited. I have a bunch of new mascaras to open, but for the majority of 2016 I used the CoverGirl Full Lash Bloom. I believe this one is like mostly dried out now and can be tossed, but pretty decent mascara. Not obviously my all-time favorite, but I really liked it. I really liked the consistency, and when it was new, it made my eyelashes look amazing and super long, super volumized, and pretty good for a CoverGirl mascara because normally I use Maybelline. Now on to lips. For lip liner, not this color in general, but just NYX, the brand. Lip liners are really good. So this is the NYX Retractable Lip Liner in Peony. And it's just a bright pink, like I said, not this specific color. And I do prefer their pencil ones, but they have amazing lip liners. They stay on all day. They're very beautiful. They're not drying, and they help your lipstick. For actual lipstick, this, guys, is amazing. It's from ColourPop. It's only $5. Lippy Sticks. And this is the one that they partnered with Beautycon. And so the color is Beautycon. And it's just a nude shade. I have it on today under a gloss, and it looks like this, but it's not nude where your lips look weird, and it's like a pinky, mauve-y, darker nude, your lips but better color, and I really like it. It's very smooth, very good. Lastly, for gloss, I'm not mentioning NYX butter glosses, that's surprising, but this is the Maybelline, I think they're called Color Elixirs, yeah, the Elixirs by Maybelline, and this one's in the shade Rose. I really like the applicator and the color. It's very beautiful, and they're pretty pigmented for being a lip gloss. They're super creamy. They do compare to the NYX butter glosses, and I like them. I have it over that ColourPop lipstick today. It's super pretty thick, it smells good, but it's not too sticky, and it's just very creamy and moisturizing. It feels like butter on your lips, and I really like this line. Then lastly, for a makeup setting spray, this is the Avon makeup setting spray. Basic, simple, just sprays on. It's not like, oh my gosh, amazing, but it is what I use for 2016. I've been repurchasing it because it's easy to repurchase. I like it. It takes away the powdery look of the makeup, and to me, it does help it keep on a lot longer because of the ingredients in it, and it doesn't break me out. It's not sticky, and it's just a fine mist, and I've been enjoying it. That is all of my products I've loved for 2016. I will continue using in 2016, and I also want to try more for the new coming year. Let me know what your favorite products were, if you used any of these, what you recommend for me to try. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want me to do a hair one or a skincare one or whatever, let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.